Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP10 Thursday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Adam Rupsick.
And I'm Brittany Hoffman. Today is October 25th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
20 people were arrested following a drone protest at Hancock Airfield in Syracuse. This is the fourth time the group has protested, and they blocked all three gates to the Hancock at once. The group says they are working to call attention to the war crimes committed by the U.S. and Syracuse military air bases. They say innocent people are being killed in drone strikes by the U.S. military. All 20 protesters are being charged with disorderly conduct.
Christopher DeVerso of Liverpool has been indicted on charges after burning down a 40-bay garage at North Star apartment complex in Clay as part of an insurance scheme. His accomplice told investigators he paid $10,000 to intentionally light the fire that led to nearly $500,000 in damages. DeVerso said this was the worst thing to happen to him since the death of his daughter, Victoria, in a drunk driving accident in 2010.
Well, Brittany, with the weather we had today, it feels like we're putting on a spring newscast.
I know, right? I don't think I should have taken out that winter jacket as fast as I did.
We'll take a look outside with our meteorologist, Brian Donegan.
What's it looking like out there, Brian?
Thanks, Brittany. Boy, was it nice outside today. We got to 74 degrees today. It felt more like September than October, if you ask me. And we're going to get one more nice day tomorrow before the cold front starts bringing in some rain, and then Hurricane Sandy starts moving into our area. Let's take a look at Hurricane Sandy right now. It's currently a Category 2. That means the winds are 100 miles per hour and there's gusts up to 120 miles per hour. And right now it's located about 35 miles to the southeast of the Bahamas, and it's moving off to the north-northwest at 17 miles per hour. I'll have a full track of Sandy coming up in my full forecast later on. But let's take a look at the 3-day forecast tomorrow. Look at this, another nice day, just a gem for late October. 73 degrees, sun and clouds, and then Saturday, I'm watching a cold front that could bring us a few showers. We're down to 60, and then for Sunday, that's when we start seeing some of the rain from Sandy get into central New York. And look at the temperatures, much cooler. 20 degrees colder than today, only in the mid-50s. We'll take a full look at your forecast in about 10 minutes. Now let's send it back into Adam and Brittany.
Thanks, Brian. Business leaders gathered in Syracuse for an annual business showcase are being told uncertainty lies ahead when it comes to the economy. A top analyst for the cable news channel CNBC says those businesses could feel the impact of if there is no deal by the end of the year for the so-called fiscal cliff. The local business community was taking time to reward the so-called champions at the showcase, a total of 241 companies that have helped create more than 1,700 local jobs.
The Auburn man who killed his girlfriend in her apartment last November was sentenced to 54 years in prison. Ryan Bronny was convicted on 7 counts, 2 of which were counts on murder. He killed his girlfriend, Bridget Bell, in her residence at Olympia Terrace Apartments while their 3-year-old son slept in the apartment bedroom upstairs. Bronny was found guilty earlier this month after Bronny waived his right to a jury trial.
Well, Brittany, we got a big weekend for Oswego hockey.
Yeah, we really do. Ian Dembling is live with more information.
Hi, I'm Ian Dembling here for WTOP10 News. I'm standing outside of the Campus Center Arena here at SUNY Oswego, where the men's Division III hockey team just finished up practice for the day. But you'll see plenty more of them out on the ice this weekend as they take on Cortland on Friday at 7 p.m. and Elmira on Saturday at 7 p.m. here at Oswego. Now, the Lakers hope to improve their record from last season, which was a very impressive 24-4-2. They ended up getting to the NCAA championships last year, but lost in the finals to St. Norbert. But they hope to improve on that this year. As far as spirit wear goes, on Friday against Cortland, you should be wearing your green, and on Saturday at 7 against Elmira, you should be wearing your gold. And a little history on Oswego versus both of these teams. Last year, they swept Cortland and Elmira. Last time they played Cortland, it was a 5-1 victory on January 20th, and last time they played Elmira, it was at the NCAA college quarterfinals where they won 5-0. Hope to see you there this weekend. We'll take it back to you in the studio.
For those of you looking to do a little something different than typical Halloween festivities, come out to the Campus Center Arena for Halloween Skate. The open skate will take place from 10 p.m. to midnight at the Campus Center Arena. Our Brittany Hoffman will be working there as a skate guard. Come out, enjoy the fun, and get some free candy too.
A performance celebrating the 100th anniversary of John Cage's birth and honoring his music and dance collaborations. The performance will feature his landmark piano work performed by pianist Robert Euler alongside new choreography by Cheryl Wilkins Mitchell. Both are SUNY Oswego faculty members. Admission for the general public is $8, $6 for seniors, students, faculty, and staff, and $5 for SUNY Oswego students.
Now we'll take a quick look in sports with Kelvin Brown.
Thanks, guys. The Oswego State women's volleyball team came out big last night against SUNY IT, sweeping them in 3 straight sets. It was also senior day, so the girls had a little extra reason to celebrate after winning the first set 25-19, the second 25-16, and the third 25-18. Junior Sabrina Sutton led the Lakers with 7 kills, while senior Morgan Grimes had 6 kills. Brittany Jones led the team with 15 assists. The Lakers will play their last game of the season this Saturday against St. John Fisher and will host Potsdam in a triangular match. Coming up later, find out which baseball team made a statement in the World Series last night, the person that many NFL players voted as the most overrated, and NBA Commissioner David Stern's decision to retire.
Thanks, Calvin. Coming up after the break, we'll have your state and national news.
And we'll update you on to what's going on around the world.
Hurricane Sandy, now at Category 2 southeast of the Bahamas, will impact our weather. Find out after the break. Stay tuned to WTOP10 Thursday Night News.
Curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Well, now I'm Naked Cowboy, coming to a town you're watching WTOP TV10, Oswego, New York. I'm Naked Cowboy.
Good evening, Oswego. Let's get right to your forecast for tonight. It's going to be a mild night, only a low in the mid-50s. So it'll be mild, partly cloudy, areas of fog developing after midnight, so be mindful of that if you're commuting to campus in the morning. It'll burn off quickly with the sun, though. Right now, outside, it's mild, 61 degrees, light wind, so it just doesn't get much better than this for a late October night. Looking around the Empire State, the warm spot's Rochester, it's 70 degrees right now. Cool spot, Glens Falls at 55. Down the road in 481 in Syracuse, it's 61 degrees. We got the 74 for a high today, well above our normal of 57. We're going to be right up around that again tomorrow, too. So let's take a look at our weather headlines. We'll have one more day of Indian summer for tomorrow. Then we'll have a few showers around on Saturday thanks to a cold front. Then beyond that, we'll be watching Hurricane Sandy track up the East Coast. So let's take a look at our current weather map. You can see high pressure up here over New England. That's going to be our weather feature for tomorrow, bringing us another nice day. Then this cold front you see back here over the Great Lakes is going to impact our weather For Saturday, that'll bring us a few showers, and you can see Tropical Storm Sandy down here in the bottom right portion of your TV screen. That's going to be moving up the coast. So for tomorrow, we'll call it a fantastic Friday. High pressure, mild day for the entire Northeast. And behind this cold front is cooler air for the weekend. Here's that cold front on the radar. You can see a line of showers, maybe some thunder in this as well. Tracking slowly to the east. It should arrive here tomorrow night and Saturday. Hurricane Sandy right now, as I mentioned earlier, Category 2. Winds are 100 miles per hour, gusting to 120. It's located about 35 miles southeast of the Bahamas. Where is it tracking? Well, there's a lot of uncertainty as it goes up the coast. It can make landfall anywhere from, say, Washington, D.C. to as far north as Maine. But if you take the average of this cone, it can make landfall somewhere right around New York City. So that could be a big problem if it does take that path right down the middle of the cone. So what does that mean for coastal areas? Well, lots of rain, some damaging winds as well. Here in central New York, we could see some gusty winds next week, but the biggest threat I'm worried about is definitely the rain. So we'll keep an eye on this for you over the coming days, and we'll update you again on Sunday evening. So for Friday, warm day, 73, early fog, but then sun and clouds for the rest of the day. Friday night, as that cold front approaches, maybe a shower late, but it'll be another mild night in the low 50s. And for the 5-day forecast, you can see Saturday, hockey games Friday and Saturday. For Saturday, it will be much cooler, only around 60, with a few showers around. It's not going to be a washout, though. There will be some dry periods. And then for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it's when we start to see some rain from Hurricane Sandy moving into the East Coast. And it's going to be a pretty wet week next week, probably pretty windy, too, as it could last all the way through Thursday, even through Wednesday, rather, which is Halloween. So it could impact some trick-or-treating plans for some of the kids.
I feel like nothing stops those kids from trick-or-treating.
No, I'm
certainly
sure.
never stopped me. So.
They'll be out there,
The
I'm
costume
sure.
might be a little wet. If you paint it, it might rub a little, but
Yeah.
hey, a nice couple days today.
Let's
I am
enjoy
thrilled that
tomorrow.
the weather will hold out through the weekend relatively, though.
Yeah,
So
it's not going to be too bad on Saturday. So.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Now we'll take a look at your state news. A man accused of killing a baby in Troy was sentenced today. Robert Hayden was sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by 5 years of post-supervision. Earlier this month, Hayden pleaded guilty to suffocating a 20-month-old baby back in January. He claims it was an accident, an attempt to stop the baby from crying while he babysat the boy at the Griswold Heights apartments. Baby Avery was described as an exuberant, happy little boy.
National Grid crews are preparing for the possibility that the capital region could get the worst of Hurricane Sandy. While they're always ready to respond to emergencies, workers are doing some extra preparation in anticipation of Sandy's arrival. National Grid President Ken Daly said that they always drill and have their employees on call for the storms.
President Obama made a brief stop in Chicago Thursday to cast his presidential ballot 12 days ahead of the election day. After filling out the paperwork and presenting a photo identification, he walked over to the electronic voting machine and made his selection. Obama is the first president to make the vote early, and his stop is the polling center reflects his campaign push to get his supporters to cast ballots ahead of November 6th.
A New York City police officer who allegedly planned to kidnap, cook, and eat as many as 100 women have been arrested following a joint NYPD and FBI investigation. Gilberto Valle, the third of Queens, was charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit kidnapping, according to federal criminal complaint. He also planned to use the National Crime Information Center database to access the unauthorized data.
With 12 days until Election Day, President Obama and Mitt Romney are racking up the political frequent flyer miles, traveling an estimated 9,400 miles between the two of them in the past 2 days.
Their stops along the way are targeted at reaching voters who may prove critical to winning November 6th, especially as CNN Polls of Polls shows the candidate's nationwide support tied at 47%. Emily Schmidt is in Washington with more on the swing state sprint.
The road to the White House is becoming a well-worn path through battleground states.
Hello, Iowa, Colorado, Nevada. How's it going, Tampa?
With the political welcomes to prove it.
What a great Reno welcome. A Cedar Rapids welcome. What a Cincinnati welcome.
All those stops in just about 24 hours of campaigning, and the candidates are still going.
We are right in the middle of our 48-hour fly-around campaign extravaganza.
For President Obama, it's 8 states in 2 days to try to stop a recent shift in momentum for Romney. One example, CNN just changed swing state North Carolina, which Obama won in 2008, from toss-up to lean Romney. A survey of Ohio polls in the critical swing state shows Obama holding on to a 3-point lead, which Mitt Romney is trying to erase in part with 3 Ohio stops in 1 day.
It's good to be here in Ohio, or as Joe Biden would say, here in Iowa.
Romney and President Obama were both in Iowa the day before, both in Ohio Thursday. It's dizzying geography for simple math, trying to secure 270 electoral votes. President Obama made history Thursday as the first president to vote before Election Day.
This was really convenient. I can't tell you who I voted for.
1 vote down, so many more to go. That means even earlier campaigning hours.
Good to see you. Well, can I join you for breakfast here?
For a race in its final days. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt.
United Nations Special Envoy to Syria says the regime has agreed in principle to a short ceasefire. It would fall over a Muslim holiday. This month's UN Security Council president spoke with Special Envoy Lakhdar Brahimi by teleconference.
This is a voluntary ceasefire which Mr. Brahimi is promoting. It is not agreed to yet, but being voluntary, the parties would be expected to comply with their commitments.
A great white shark was responsible for killing a surfer in Southern California this week, authorities said on Wednesday. The shark in this tragic incident has been positively identified as a 15-foot great white shark. The shark attacked when 39-year-old Francisco Javier Solorio Jr. was riding waves with 3 friends off a beach at Vandenberg Air Force Base. One of the friends saw the attack, swam over, and pulled Solorio out of the water and onto the beach, officials said. And when we come back, we'll have Julie McCarthy with more on online workouts. But first, here's a look at your late night menu.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey Chris, what are you doing here?
Oh, I always want to be first in line for the Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
The what?
The Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit.
What is that?
The Dr. Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit, Wednesday, October 24th at 3 p.m. inside Waterman Theater in Tyler Hall on the campus of SUNY Oswego. Meet the panelists who guide our media future.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And now we have Julie McCarthy with her health segment. Julie, what do you have for us this week?
Thanks, Brittany. Hi, I'm Julie McCarthy, and as busy college students, we may lose motivation to stay in shape because we don't have enough time or energy to get outside to work out or go to the gym. It's important to get physical activity in every day, and popular fitness programs like P90X and Insanity claim that the most effective gym is in your living room. Unfortunately, these programs can be a bit expensive. So if you're into working out and staying healthy in general, I want to help you with some tips on how to get a free instructed workout where all you need is your laptop, a free space, and some motivation. It's easy to get online and find free workouts by going to sites like sparkpeople.com. This site provides short online videos with fitness experts who walk users through various workouts for every part of the body. Also on their site, you can find a portal of fitness-minded individuals who discuss all topics surrounding an active lifestyle. A second site to visit is ibodyfit.com. They have online workouts, online exercise videos, online diets, fitness trackers, yoga, Pilates, and vlogs. You can even get a custom workout from an online personal trainer, which can be helpful if you need extra motivation or assistance. There are also many daily workouts that you can find online, which are posted by fitness experts that you can do for a few minutes every day to get into the habit of daily fitness. Quick online workouts you can do with your friends or by yourself make it easy to stay in shape, and there's no need to pay for expensive programs when there are so many options available on the web. Don't you guys just hate seeing people fall for those expensive weight loss scams when you know all this free stuff is available online?
I feel like those programs might work, but they're so expensive, and especially being in college and stuff like that, spending money on
Definitely. They definitely show results. You can see results online and everything from that. But
but like I said, you can find that stuff on YouTube, you know, so.
Just for free. Gotta take advantage of it.
Go back to the old days, everybody can be Richard Simmons in their own living room.
Yeah, right? You can get his workout outfits and everything.
I don't know how you'd look with that bandana, Adam.
I think you'd be able to
You think you could do it?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, Halloween's right around the corner. You might want to think about that.
There you go. There's some ideas.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, guys.
Is your password for everything password? If so, it's time to get it changed.
New data on the most common internet passwords is out, and it shows that who is the most at risk for security breach. Allison Kazak in New York to explain.
The list of the most hacked passwords is out, and you may end up changing your password after hearing this. The annual list, called Worst Passwords of 2012, was compiled from information posted online by hackers. The top 3 should come as no surprise. Password 123456 and 12345678 all secured the same spots on last year's list, according to software security developer Splash Data. Others lacked just as much creativity, such as ABC123 and Let Me In. But there were some odd ones like Monkey and Baseball, and Welcome made the list for the first time. Splash Data says hacking tools are more sophisticated than ever, but hackers will still seek out the easiest targets like weak passwords. This year, some high-profile sites like LinkedIn and eHarmony were hacked. To keep your password safe, create passwords of 8 or more mixed characters. Avoid using the same password for multiple websites. And if you can't remember all those passwords, yep, there's an app for that. Download one to help you organize your passwords. I'm Allison Kosick in New York.
And now we'll take a full look at sports with Calvin Brown.
Thanks, Brittany. So the World Series is set. San Francisco Giants versus the Detroit Tigers. Justin Verlander faces Barry Zito in a decisive Game 1. The Giants as a team just outplayed the Tigers. But it was one person in particular that I want to single out, Pablo Sandoval. Let's roll the highlights. Look at Pablo Kung Fu Panda enjoying himself before Game 1. Jumping to the top of the first, no on, 2 outs. Pablo Sandoval takes Verlander's fastball deep to center field. A bomb to put the Giants up 1-0. Then in the bottom of the third, 1 on, 2 outs. Sandoval takes another fastball from Verlander, this time to left field. A 2-run shot to put the Giants up 5-0. You figured he would be done by now, right? No, not quite. He takes another one. This one off of Albuquerque, deep to center for his 3rd home run of the game, becoming the 4th player in MLB history to hit 3 home runs in a game. And the Giants going to take Game 1 of the World Series with a score of 8-3. Moving on to the NFL, 180 players voted in a survey revealing that Jets backup quarterback Tim Tebow is the most overrated player in the league. You know that guy starting in front of him? Yeah, Mark Sanchez. He was voted as the second most overrated player in the league. 34% of the players voted for Tim Tebow and 8% voted for Sanchez. Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo was tied with Sanchez at 8%, while Michael Vick came after with 4% and Ray Lewis at 3%. And Ndamukong Suh was voted as the least liked player, while Troy Polamalu was voted as the most liked. And in the NBA, Commissioner David Stern said in a press conference earlier today that he is retiring on February 1st, 2014. That day will mark 30 total years the commissioner served in the NBA, dating back to 1984. Stern will go down as the longest tenured commissioner to serve in the league and will always be remembered for expanding the league from 23 teams to 30. The man in place to take his job is Deputy Commissioner Adam Silver. That's it for sports. I'm Calvin Brown, and now back over to the desk.
Exciting sports night. Thank you, Kelvin. When we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP10, your television station.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
WTOP10, Oswego, New York. I'm the Kid Cowboy.
And here's a dive into the lighter side of news. Referees will be using pink penalty flags at MetLife Stadium during the final weekend of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Dante Cano, a fifth grader from Marlboro, New Jersey, came up with the idea in a letter to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Cano wrote that he wanted to know if Goodell could use the idea of the pink penalty flags. Goodell liked the idea and put it into action. He said he's looking forward to meeting Dante.
There seems to be a shift into what is considered to be a storybook wedding. Many think the white dress, rings, flowers, and of course the cake is traditional. The shift in traditional weddings is the white. The runway agrees with this fashion statement. In recent years, high-end designers are featuring dresses with red, gold, and metallic hues. Brides today seem to want their dress to be a reflection of their personality, and they are no longer embracing the tradition for the sake of it.
And that'll do it for us here at WTOP 10. For the 10 News team,
I'm Calvin Brown.
I'm Brian Donegan.
I'm Brittany Hoffman.
And I'm Adam Rupsick. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you Sunday.